All right, folks, good morning and welcome. It's another Thursday in the land, as indeed across the world. So we welcome you to the program. I'm Citizen Jones. This morning, Ogun State politics, the outsider factor. You know, the late French general and statesman Charles de Gaulle said, let me quote him, "Politics is too serious a matter to be left to politicians," end of quote. And he was right. In country after country across the world, non-professional politicians have made the difference whenever they found themselves drawn into the challenge. Imran Khan, Prime Minister of Pakistan, is a great cricketer. Emmanuel Manny Pacquiao, a champion boxer, is a senator in his native Philippines. And the American president, a successful businessman, joined the fray. Okay, as outsiders, these men have accentuated the outsider effect in our country, where professional politicians continue to make a big mess of boiling a 5-minute egg. The outsider appears to be ready to make a forceful statement. This morning, I'll take you to Ogun State, where an athlete is waiting. This gentleman played for the country 46 times, scored 23 goals, played for his native, well, I use that loosely, native IICC from between 1970 and 1984. Today, he wants to be governor of his Ogun State. Let's meet and greet Chief Patrick Olusegun Odegbami. I greet you, sir.
Good morning.
M-O-N.
Thank you.
Yeah, so when you nick the office, the EY joins.
Well, I'm not sure about the EY joining anything.
No, but keep the M-O-N.
Yes.
All right, you know, let me quote you. The thought of a footballer in Government House excites many who have heard the rumor here. It will surely attract all manner of reactions back in my state, end quote. That's credited to you.
Yes.
Has it changed?
Absolutely not.
So why are you joining the fray?
Well, I'm a Nigerian. I come from Ogun State. I have lived all my life in Nigeria. I've experienced everything from independence up till now. I have served my country in my own little way. I went to school here. And so I have, experiences of the totality.
Many people don't know you're an engineer. So where's the engineer inside of you?
It's still part of me.
Wow, okay.
It is part of what you're seeing. So I've experienced the entirety of Nigeria from different perspectives. But right now, because I've lived in Ogun State for the past 12.5 years, and I've grown to appreciate the human capacity that we have available in Ogun State, the resources that we have in Ogun State, the history, the deep culture of the people of that environment, to such an extent that I think that that environment should actually champion a new black civilization in the world. We should not be where we are. We should be way, way ahead of even China, where I visited in 1978, and it was even more bush than Nigeria at that time, or Brazil, where we went in 1979, and it was a third world country like Nigeria, or Malaysia, and countries like that, that have shot ahead in terms of development. But see where we are. We are amongst the poorest people in the world. You go to Ogun State, and you find out where some development is going on, because people have tried.
It sounds a little trifling. Not too many people will be persuaded by that sentiment.
Well, I'm saying that here is a gentleman that has served this country very well. I have gone around the world by virtue of my service to Nigeria. Nigeria has made me who I am, so I'm enriched with all manner of experiences. So when I express them, take them seriously.
Okay, so it's not purely about wanting to be governor of Ogun State. It's about righting wrongs, according to you.
It's not even about righting wrongs, because I won't say anything is wrong in terms of, what is right and what is wrong. But it's that we should not be where we are. We are a people that should have championed the cause of the black man on earth. I read Dr. Kwame Nkrumah, I've read Awolowo, I've read Zik, I've read Julius Nyerere, I've read those great founding political fathers of Africa. And you could see that everything that they said, including Mandela, pointed in the direction of Nigeria leading the black race. When Nigeria wakes up from its slumber, then the black race will truly find freedom and advancement and development and happiness. We have not found any of those yet because we truly do not appreciate who we are. We should wake up.
Chief, there is a little something crazy about Nigerian politics. On the one hand, the Nigerian politician is a bad winner. On the other, is a worse loser. Are you see what I'm talking about?
So they need a sportsman there,
okay,
to teach them what it means to win well and graciously, and to lose, making sure that your loss is a stepping stone to greater
no blame,
no blame
on the referee or something?
Absolutely not.
Yeah.
I'm an Olympian, two-time Olympian, and I am, imbibed with that culture of Olympism, which uses sports to promote everything that we as humans should promote: equality, peace, friendship, love, ability to accept defeat and victory, and all of those things that makes humanity, what we are.
Almost every state, including mine, YAQUB, have this troika, triumvirate, as they say. Your state is Egba Egbado, Ijebu Remo, Yewa. That's
Awori,
a triumph.
yes.
Awori, Yewa Awori. Which is yours?
I'm Egba.
But
I am Ijebu.
Yep.
I am Remo. I am Yewa. I am all of that. I am a Nigerian.
You are playing politics.
No, I'm not playing politics.
You're not seeing through what I'm saying. Egba, Egbado, Ijebu, Remo have produced more governors than the others.
I am just getting to understand all of those things.
Okay.
You know what is inside my DNA is Nigeria.
You
when
think
I was
it won't matter in your environment?
No, I don't think so. And I don't think it should, because it is holding us back.
Okay, but let's talk about your platform, the Zenith Labour Party. In Nigeria, we talk about a two-legged race. In your state, it's going to be 3?
Or 4 or 5?
Or 5 or 6?
Who knows? Because that
okay.
state is peculiar. If you look at what is happening there right now, nobody can actually say that one party will win or one party will lose. I don't know why the situation is so, but the whole environment is charged. It is really chaotic. It is like a huge storm, and you find all these giant ships, struggling to
keep a balance.
To keep a balance. And then there is one boat, small boat, somewhere there that is just riding the waves and heading to the shore and picking up all the pieces of...
That's not magic. Yeah, but again, we also, in Nigeria, we talk about the godfather factor. You have a godfather?
At my age, what am I looking for?
Okay, you are a father already.
I'm a grandfather.
Political godfather.
If I wanted a godfather, I would have had a godfather all my life. Somebody that I would, go to for this kind of help, for that kind of help, to push me here, to push me there. Unfortunately, I've never had that kind of a thing. People have always seen me more like a godfather myself than me seeing other people as godfathers. But politically, I think that my experiences prepared me for where I am now, that I don't need a godfather. The godfather thing is one that would actually hold back the vision and dream that I have, not just for my state, but for that total environment, the Yoruba environment, and for Nigeria, and even beyond that for the black race. When you talk of godfatherism, particularly the practice, what we have experienced and seen in Nigeria, you will just be like what is there now. And it is not something that reflects the best of us. Godfatherism in Nigeria has not produced, or godmotherism has not produced the Nigeria that we truly want and deserve and desire.
But quickly, I quickly add this. Are the OGUN people ready for an outsider?
If there's anybody in this country, any state, any people that are ready for true change, that have the intellectual capacity to understand and accept true change, it is the Ogun State people.
And they're ready for you?
You just wait and watch and see.
Okay, you are not daring me. You are daring. You should dare your
I'm not
people.
daring any people. I am part and parcel of
Okay.
them. I understand.
Okay.
I understand them. I understand the Yoruba psyche.
Have you sweet-souled yourself to them?
I have not started.
Okay.
But they know me. I am an integral part of it. They know I'm coming out. They know why I want to be the next governor.
Not that we are taking anything for granted?
No, absolutely not. I'm going to go there and sell myself. I will do everything that the people I say are not doing well enough are not doing. So I will not do what they are doing. I will not go and look for a godfather. I will not go and borrow money or steal money. I will not go and rent a crowd. I will not go and do all of those things that have brought us to this sorry state. I am going to do things decently, like an Olympian. That's who I am. I am an Olympian and I'm a sports person. I'm going to do things decently. They will see what I'm going to do peacefully and in a great, environment. People will embrace that, which is good, which is honest, which has integrity, which is reflective of who they are. And in the end, you will see what will happen.
Interesting. Segun suddenly has become a turncoat. You're speaking the language of politicians.
Is that the language of politicians?
Oh, yeah. We see them here. They come here. They come in and out. And it's your turn today.
Well, I'm just speaking the way I am.
Oh, okay.
Maybe I'm a born politician.
But you see, the problem with many a governor in this country, and I dare say many a president, had been these governors and presidents being their own men. In other words, a team is as good or as bad as the captain. You captained Nigeria. We won the first Africa Cup of Nations in 1980. You were part of that team. Do you have that team in Ogun State? Not football now.
Absolutely. See, the most endowed state in this country in terms of human capacity is in Ogun State. Look at our history. Look at those that we have produced across the sectors. And you will just find that, look, these people should not be where we are. We should not be seen as people who don't have good medical health facilities, whose schools are run down, and just so on and so forth. We cannot pay our retirees, our physically challenged are suffering, the environment is in a mess, all the roads are bad, and all kinds of things like that. That state should not be where it is. If you gauge it on its human capacity, they are there. And you have a sports person whose entire life is about teamwork. As captain of my team, for example, it wasn't that I was the best player, or I was the richest player, or I was the most endowed with anything. It was that I was a leader. I could get the best outside right, the best outside left, the best this, and bring them all together, and I would just be a conductor to guide and lead them. That's what this is about. I don't know about medicine. I don't know about the economy. I don't know about all those things in the detail that somebody who trains in those areas would know. So all we need to do is get people in those sectors who have a clear vision of where this project is taking us, who are very well qualified to discuss it, to go and implement it, and I will just be there as captain, doing my own work, leading them. So that is teamwork.
Segun, politics is also about vested interest. You have your interest, won't you?
My interest is the advancement of the black race.
I've heard that before.
No, well, you're hearing it from somebody who has convinced, well, I don't know if I have, but who has lived all his life protecting his name and his integrity, who has tried to be decent, to be honest, to just live a good life and to be happy. So if you are hearing it from me, you are hearing it from 60-something years of somebody that has proven to you that this is all you have. There's nothing else but this.
Okay. Let me quote the so-called first Antichrist. His name was Napoleon Bonaparte. He said, one sure way of remaining poor is to be honest. In politics, can you really be honest and make it?
Let me quote my own mentor for you.
Okay.
My mentor, Gamaliel Onosodi, he called me one day and he said, look, Segun, integrity is a distance race, is a long distance race. At the very end, you know what?
And you run alone.
And you run alone. It is lonely, it is long, it is torturous, it is difficult, and all of that, but in the end, it pays. So you just stick with integrity, and in the end, you will be rewarded, just as he was. He was called Mr. Integrity, and his life is an example for everybody to see. And that is one man I truly want to emulate.
When you mount the soapbox, what will you tell Ogun people?
I would paint a vision of a new Ogun State, the possibility of what that state can achieve in the southwest of Nigeria and in Nigeria as a whole. And indeed, in the world, I would give them a pictorial vision so that everybody would capture this picture in their head and they know what it will look like in the next 4 years. Awolowo did it. 4.5 years. He built the fastest development environment in the whole world with the things that he established without oil. Vision. So I'm going to paint that picture for them. They are going to see it. They are going to understand it. It won't be in empirical form. It will be in pictorial form. And I'm an artist. You know, they will see the picture and we'll achieve it together.
You are not saying all of this without prejudice to the Chief Obasanjo persona in your Ogun State.
He's a great asset to that state. Like so many others are great assets to that state. I see all of us, once we capture the vision, once you have a leader, and we all have that clear vision in our head, that we want to make Ogun State the epicenter of a global black civilization and culture in the world. And we are going to use the Black and African Festival of Arts and Culture to bring the entire race, black race, to Ogun State every year. And we are going to turn that state into a stage of performance in the arts, entertainment, dance, drama, drumming, literature, and so on and so forth, all happening together in Ogun State. Once they capture that vision, I tell you that all of them will just come and ride with me. Chief Olusegun Obasanjo is my very good, he's a mentor, he's a good man, he's doing great things.
He knows about your project?
Oh, yes, he does.
Okay. This is not talking about endorsement, but you have aroused a certain gentleman, YAQUB, here in Lagos. YAQUB, I greet you. Hello, YAQUB, are you there?
Yes, I'm here.
Yeah.
Good morning, citizen.
I greet you.
And then good morning to Chief Odegbami.
Good morning.
Yeah, you see, I'm very happy that I spoke to Chief Odegbami this morning. When you asked Chief that maybe is it from Iwa, Awuri, or from Ijebu, or from anywhere, I'm very happy the answer that he gives to you that he's an Egbaman. Egbaman means that he is a Nigerian. You see, what draws us back in this country is that we always tribalize issues. Where this man comes from, which tribe he is, another. We always forget about competence. Because look at what happened yesterday in the Senate. Where they are saying that some people are not coming from sectional area of this country. They are this, that. In that case, they are not going to be confirmed. See, my question to you is this. I don't have doubt in my mind. There is going to be a surprise in Ogun State election this time around. If you can look at what is going on in that state now, the two big parties, quote and unquote, there is rift there. Up to today, I don't know, maybe they have settled.
You are campaigning.
Now, my question is...
YAQUB, you are campaigning. Ask your question.
I would like you to go door-to-door campaign because people are looking for somebody like...
Ask your question. You are making statements.
My question is this. What do you have for Ogun State youth? Because we have a lot of...
Thank you. You have asked your question. Thank you very kindly. Take it over from there. But don't believe him. He's not a prophet.
Over 60% of the population of Ogun State, is made up of young people. If you go to Ogun State now, just check the people you find on the street. 7 to 8 out of 10 people are young people. That environment has the highest number of tertiary institutions in the country. That is a state where education just thrives. We are producing graduates like, bicycles, like chickens. And that is empowerment, the empowerment of education.
Let's quickly rub this in. Youth and the palaver, the bomb, the drug bomb, youth and drug addiction. Haven't you heard about it? This is,
oh, absolutely.
It's across board.
Absolutely. Where you have a graduate 2 years after youth service from a class of 700 students in his class that graduated with him together, and 2 years after, they are on a platform and they are trying to find out what each student was doing. And they found out that not one of them was employed, not one of them had created a job for himself, and this is in Ogun State. You understand? So these children, these young people need to be engaged. That is what we are talking about. Where you don't engage them, of course, idleness is the devil's workshop. So we have to create.
Engagement will be qualified. But let me take Reverend Dominic. He's here. You have a reverend gentleman here. Rev, welcome.
Good morning, St. John's.
I greet you, sir.
Good morning, Chief Odebami.
Good morning.
Chief, I can only pray for you because I'm so glad to see you raising the bar of conversations beyond tribalism, beyond ethnicity, beyond age and whatever limit. You're a man of integrity. I followed you for all these years, from NSA to your school, to your... You have done great for this nation. Whether you win or not, you're a winner. And
Thank you, sir.
And I pray also that God give you the strength, God give you the power, God give you the finance muscle to win this election, so we can change the narrative. But let me tell you, I know that spirit. You're a very sportsman. You're going to go there for do or die. Whatever happens, I'm so glad that I've seen you to say that enough is enough on what I've seen in this nation for all this while. You pay your dues in football, you pay your dues in the FA, you also pay your dues internationally. I know you also pay your dues.
Thank you. Shegu, but let's even follow, follow the trail he has left. Politicians are known to have used not just tribal sentiments, they use the religious class too to further, dissipate energy and enterprise and so on. Here you are going to be governor. Yep. You have these youths at your beck and call. You use them and leave them.
Well, let me just conclude on the youth thing.
Yeah.
We will drive engagement and empowerment of the youth through their own passion, what they have a passion for, that has now become a global industry. And I'm talking of the arts, I'm talking of culture, that whole enterprise, which is probably the third or fourth fastest growing industry in the world, the entertainment world, of music, of dance, of film, of drama, of sport. These are things that are very close to the heart of the youth. They want to get involved in those things. And they are an industry. They are an industry. That industry can absorb a lot of our
Sorry, Shegu, let me, so I don't forget this. This country has this problem with continuity. The late, great Hubert Ogunde, a proud Ogun son, started the Ogunde. There's an Ogunde, I think, village, festival village. It's in ruins. And here you are.
It will be revived. The whole of Ogun State will become one theater, one stage, from Ilaru in Yewa environment to Ijebu Ode in the Ijebu environment to Abeokuta, and so on and so forth. The whole of that state will become a stage, and Professor Wole Soyinka will come and give us a picture of how we can turn all of those players into playgrounds for our young people to use creativity and innovation and technology to drive their passion. It will work. It is going to work.
There's a marked difference between a good sounding idea and an idea that sounds good. But this is a good idea. We take you to Abia State. Comrade Okorafor is waiting. Comrade, I greet you. Welcome.
Good morning, Sir Jones. Good morning, Ojebami.
Good morning.
Yeah, honestly speaking, I'm very happy to see you. At least you, to me, with records and your track record, you have done a lot for Nigeria. I think this is a high time for Nigerians within that zone, yes, we take at least to pay back. Now, you have seen that there's no child that goes to school that doesn't love playing football. Now, many of them even abandon their books, moving towards sport. Now, you see the Liberian, what he did. At least he was compensated by his people. Now, how will you relate your own issue to come in there as a governor of that state with what is happening in Liberia? Thank you very much, and by the grace of God, the sky is the limit. Thank you.
Yeah. 11 years ago, I set up a model school, which is a sports academy. It combines education with sport. And I don't want to blow my own trumpet, but the achievements of that school in Nigeria is almost unprecedented in our history. Go and find out about that school. It has become a laboratory. Several institutions from around the world are looking at the products of that school. In the past 5 years, we've had over 50 of those students graduate from the school, have excellent results in academics, first-class results in sports, and American universities are just grabbing them like sponge. They are there. Out of 14 students that graduated last year, 10 of them are on full scholarships, $52,000 each in American universities. It is going on. So I have a model that we can sell to the rest of the country for young people who are passionate about football and other sports and who must have an education for empowerment. The combination is paradise. So I have done it. We can duplicate it 1,000 times all over the place to combine not just football or sport, but the arts as a whole, plus technology, new technology, of course.
Okay, a voice is coming from your native Ogun State, specifically Ota. Diji here is here. Diji, good morning to you. Hello. Are we in business?
Okay.
Let's go.
I'm still waiting.
We are waiting for you. Go on, go on.
Okay. The Ogun State is surrounded by Lagos State. The axis.
Okay, don't speak in slow. Don't speak in slow motion. Go on, go on.
What will you do for the areas that is surrounding Lagos State?
Okay, I think I get the picture. The boundary is contiguous, as they say. So some people work in Lagos but live in Ogun State, and the other way around. What are you going to do?
Well, you see, all those
but
things,
do you appreciate the
no,
map?
Absolutely. Oh, absolutely. I belong to an organization, a socio-cultural organization called the Afenifere Renewal Group. Our work principally is to promote the reintegration of the Southwest.
The Yoruba country.
The Yoruba country. Because we can recall what happened when we were one under Chief Obafemi Awolowo and how we related with one another. But the fractionalization of the region into states has now created a situation where you can actually separate an Ogun State from a Lagos State, where it's only one thin line that separates them, where they should be cooperating.
Today you have the Lagos Yoruba, Ogun Yoruba, Ondo Yoruba,
you know, and all those little differences that
but you are told the more the merrier.
Not in states. Not in states. You know, we should be one homogeneous people, black people. Instead of looking to America, to Europe.
The creation was a misnomer in the first place?
We wanted to construct a road from Dakar to East Africa. We wanted to run a rail line from Cairo to Johannesburg. That was the vision. One borderless environment where trade and industry and commerce and all of that would thrive. That's what we should do. In the Southwest, that's what Lagos and Ogun State should do. They should be brothers, one feeding on the other, rather than seeing themselves as different. That's what Afenifere Renewal Group, we are trying to promote by establishing the Dawn Commission to get all the states in the Southwest as a model for the other areas to work as one. A rail line running from Lagos to Osogbo, and people on the weekend will just get up from Lagos, you know, go to Osogbo. Osogbo feeding Lagos with food and all of that. Ogun State feeding Lagos with all the granite they need to construct roads that will last 50 years.
And Ondo State with the bitumen and all that.
With the bitumen and all of that.
Which you still import.
All of us in this seamless relationship that we are not capitalizing on.
I'm told by my director, you must recapitulate, use 60 seconds to do so, and the platform Zenith Labour Party. Let's go.
Zenith Labour Party, a new party, empty, waiting to be filled up by people that have good intentions, not just for their environment, but for the whole country as a whole. People who are decent, people who have of great character, people who reflect the best of Nigeria, the very best of Nigeria. That's what Zenith Labour Party really is. It's a party for workers, for the entirety of our workers. We want to create jobs and jobs and jobs, and engage our young people, take care of our elderly, make sure their well-being and welfare are catered for, make sure that those who are living with disability are treated as equal with the rest of us. Just make sure that our people generally are happy. That is our goal.
Well, you know, I want to thank you very kindly and wish you Godspeed. You know, our station is a vehicle. Politicians come in here, sweet sell themselves, their parties and so on. But you know, the flattery in Nigeria is, has gone beyond the, what we used to know. Care must be taken. You don't cut a hero figure. Don't be the only hero in the pack. Wish you well, Segun Odegbami.
Thank you very much.
So that's it, folks. The outsider is here to make a difference. I talked about Imran Khan of Pakistan, a champion athlete, if you like, cricketer. Manny Pacquiao, boxer. He's a senator in Philippines. President Trump was never a politician. He was a businessman. Who tells you the outsider cannot make a difference? We leave it there, but wait for the next segment of the program. Thank you for your patience. All right, folks, let's take this morning to the next level. It's no longer news that as many as 70+ parties signed a peace pact in the nation's capital, including Segun Odegbami's Zenith Labour Party. Dr. Fasi Yusuf is a lawyer and communications consultant. He has joined us. Dr. Fasi, you're welcome.
Thank you very much, Citizen John.
I greet you. You know, peace signed on a paper will not last as peace signed on the heart. Am I making sense?
Exactly.
Yeah. You trust our politicians to sign that peace, not just on paper, but on the heart.
Well, I wish it is the way you've said it, and that it will actually translate to what could be actualized. But, you know, the way of politicians in this country is rather strange to some of us. And we can only pray and that what they've signed will be manifested and will be taken to the field and also what's happening in the bedroom or in the epicenter or what we call situation room. Because some of those things, before they manifest themselves outside, a lot of things will have been done. So I expect that hopefully, we pray that they'll be able to create, sensitize their followers, educate them on the need to allow peace to reign, and that without peace, there's no democracy.
You know, the only thing more dangerous than ignorance is arrogance. So many politicians in this country are arrogant.
But they won't accept.
But you and I know this. And so we are seeing them in our mind's eyes. We talked about the new breed versus the old breed. If the new breed politician makes it at the polls, You don't see the old breed politician applauding him or her. You don't see it, in spite of the peace pact.
Well, I think where all the variables are constant and things are seen to be manifestly done the way they should be done, there is a transparency, there is a equity, there's justice.
Are these qualified?
Well,
Transparency is qualified?
Well, in transparency, that in the eyes of the ordinary man, that is, how do you perceive, what's your perception of the whole scenario or the whole act of itself? If you, Citizen John, and I, Fassi, were able to say, yes, what we are seeing reflect those things that we want to see. And I think to that extent, people have faith and they'll be able to applaud and see the transparency in that act, but not when you are defining transparency within your own set parameters or within your own criteria, set criteria. So that may not be acceptable to ordinary person. It may be subjective, but that is it. But everybody or most people think this is the right thing to be done or to do.
But Fassi, you and I, growing up in this country, would recall with candor, we were not made like this. Were we always wired like this?
Yes, because we brought ourselves to the level of monetization of politics.
Was there money in the Awolowo, Zik, Sardauna years?
No, rather, we were contributing to these parties.
As joiners?
As joiners, because we had a membership card. Just like this.
And when you paid your dues, when you paid your dues,
yes, it will be 1 naira or 50 kobo. So these little drops will now make a mighty ocean. Will now form the funds for prosecuting their campaigns and what have you, for strategizing. But now, money dictates what is done, and maybe 2, 3, 4, 5, less than 10 people will be financing a political party. And it was a collective.
And they are owners.
It was a collective those days. Everybody is involved. The lowest man there is like having a town hall meeting or a street meeting and all the rest. So every weekend, when you have your political party meeting, you are going there with your 1 kobo, your 5 kobo, your 10 kobo. Not so. Somebody just come from the blues, I give you 10 billion. I give you 5 billion. So people are constrained to listen to this type of people.
Dr. Yusuf, are we doomed? Are we damned?
For now, I only pray that in future, or perhaps within the...
You pray a lot.
we can only hope. I mean, what can we do?
No, we have to work and pray.
Yes.
Not pray and pray.
No. Yes. We need to really assess ourselves, but we have not been able to agree that this is our problem. I know. You know, I mean, other people know, but some people believe that, look, if you're going to politics, you must have a godfather, you must have a money bag somewhere who can tell you, this is how we're going to spend the money, this is what we're going to do, and by the time you get there, you need to pay me plus interest. And until we're able to get rid of that, this country's democracy will be a child's play.
We said briefly before we came on, these new breed politicians, you don't see them having a slice and so on. It starts from there.
Yeah, because the psyche of Nigerian electorate is that if you get in there, you are going to steal. And therefore, before you get in there, let me take my own slice. And once you have that mindset, it makes it difficult for any country to achieve greatness, to achieve development. It is only in this part of the world that I see electorates demanding from those who are saying, we want to serve you. And it's just like an investment. You are investing. So how do we get ourselves out of that? We must do a complete orientation.
How do you start it? How do you set it in motion?
I've always said this, you see, it's the leadership question in this country. The leadership issue, once we cannot get the leadership to do the right thing, it will be difficult for the followership to take a cue. The only cue the followership can take is what is happening at the top. Monetization of politics. Then, say to me, slice the bread, talking the money, then I do your bidding. For the next 4 years, I will regret it. But for now, let me leave.
I hear when we started out, we had the proletariat, it was defined,
yes.
the middle class, and then the bourgeoisie.
That was the era of socialism, when we had this divide.
Yeah.
Capitalism, socialism,
Yeah.
communism, and what have you. But the whole world is thinking about a society free of poverty. We're talking about now about SDC, SDGs, Sustainable Development Goals. So there's no room for communism there, there's no room for socialism there. But the point we are talking about in this country is that our people must know that nothing comes easy. Yeah, see, our people want easy approach to it, and nobody wants to sacrifice.
Dr. Fasili, let's stray into your constituency.
Yes, law. Qualification.
Experience is telling us, you inclusive, that lawyers...
Excuse me?
No, experience
yes.
is telling us,
yes.
including your humble self,
yes.
that lawyers are the new big boys in the political chess, we're playing in this country. Legal fees, there are so many legal matters from 1999 through to tomorrow. Still dragging.
Citizen Jones, look,
So,
it is fallacious, it is uncharitable, and it's unkind to most lawyers. You see, in this country, we have more than 100,000 lawyers. The people you are talking about will not be more than 100. So if you do some extrapolation or you do some mathematical calculation, 100 people, 100 lawyers out of 170,000 lawyers, what's the percentage?
Even if you make it 8% or 10%, yeah. That little drop, it will poison the whole water.
It's not up to 0.01%.
But it will poison the whole water all the same. What I'm saying is lawyers can help the process. They can help the process. When some, I'm not saying refuse briefs, but I'm saying there are some cases lawyers, I imagine, would see, this case will lead us nowhere but a cul-de-sac, but they still persuade the client to go on.
Well, some lawyers do. I'm not already brief for them,
yeah.
But some lawyers do.
Please just don't.
Some lawyers do, and some lawyers have conscience. Some don't have, just like in any other profession. Even in journalism, where I'm an active participant, we also have some journalists who sell their conscience.
Very funny and phony.
Who sell their conscience. You also have lawyers who also sell their conscience. I was embarrassed the other time when I saw a senior advocate of Nigeria lie on the floor because of a brief he got and the money. I had expected.
Well, why were you embarrassed?
It means you are worshiping money.
Oh, really?
Yes. You live in the court. You've gone to court. You have professed your case. You have advanced your case. You only for you to come out to the outside world to lie on the floor. That's unfortunate. That's one of my saddest days as a lawyer.
At that point, you don't need a special school to debrief a lawyer like that or lawyers like that. Yeah, because they can help the process. That's what I'm saying.
Yes, but you as the litigant, why do you go in for such a lawyer?
Because what we hear is he will win your case for you.
He will win your case.
Yeah.
And despite, even if you are convinced that you have a bad case.
Is a politician ever convinced?
Well, I'm asking because I don't really get it. It's pretty difficult for me to be able to assimilate that sort of scenario.
Dr. Yusuf, what I'm saying is,
yes.
If your client
yes.
says, name your fee.
Not me, not Fassi.
No, not.
Yes.
We're talking at large,
yes.
you know. If the lawyer said, no, I don't need the fee, this case is a bad one, it will help us.
So
we don't have to sign
some lawyers, if not most lawyers, do that. It's not every lawyer. It's not every lawyer that is comfortable, but comfortable with their conscience, happy with the society, and the society is happy with them. Money is not everything. So yes, money can get you somewhere, but it cannot everywhere.
Oh yeah.
Not everywhere. So if you see a lawyer mortgaging his conscience because of a fat brief and all the rest, look, sooner than later, that lawyer will have a date with history. And again, he has a conscience to contend with, and he has his creator to answer to.
Yeah, back to this peace pact.
Yes.
We have been there before.
Yes. Yes.
In 2015, there was a peace pact.
Yes.
It took us nowhere. Now we are having to sign another one.
Yes.
This may not be the last one.
Yes.
That's what I meant by the question, are we damned?
No, you see, I mean, naturally something should be seen to be done. And not only done, to be manifestly seen to have been done. Signing a peace pact is different from the real and actual thing that we expect our politicians to do. General Buhari, or President Muhammad Buhari, Atiku Abubakar, Obi, Magalu, and the rest. These are not people who will carry guns, who will carry cudgels, but they are followers. And who are those prompting the followers? Some leaders. So it behoves on them, I won't sign the peace pact, to allow it to percolate or to permeate the entire spectrum of the polity. Because our leaders should be held accountable. And where any political party is seen to have fomented trouble or creating chaos, that political party should be disqualified. And that should be...
And no lawyer will go to court on behalf of a client.
If the law is watertight and is able to provide that, look, if such a thing happens, because if you go to, attend a rally, you expect that members of that political party or those willing to listen to the present capacity of votes will be there. And again, you can also, some people who are not involved, who want to create mayhem, may even join. So it's for the law enforcement agents to be up to the task, and for us to have plainclothes detectives, and our intelligence guidance system must be such that it is unassailable, that they'll be able to dictate those people behind the distance, and you don't spare anybody.
Yeah, because punishing impunity has remained a sore point in our democracy, which you people say is nascent. And so I keep asking, for how long must we remain in the classroom? If you ask me, it is high time we stopped it. It is high time we stopped it. It is high time we moved away from a nation of banana politics and a nation that is fortified, that is going to become a bastion of liberty, freedom, development, and empowerment. Okay, please, if you feel up to joining issues or raising new ones, feel free to call in. The telephone numbers I hear we have a caller. We have George is there. George, good morning to you. I'm sorry we kept you waiting.
Good morning, Citizen Jones, and good morning to your guest.
Yeah.
Citizen Jones, I do not know the contents of the peace accord that the candidates are signing. It appears that they are signing that there will be peace, whoever wins, the others will agree, and there will be no trouble. But it goes beyond that. There are problems prior to the elections. Violence dominates many areas, and I would have expected such a cause to also bring in governorship candidates. The real trouble is in governorship elections. We all saw what happened in Akwa Ibom, Rivers, and Delta in the last election. So much violence. I think the peace accord should be extended to governorship candidates prior to elections, during elections, and after elections. It's very, very important. I just thought I should point that out.
George,
thank you.
Yeah, I think you are begging the issue, because I know if your flag bearer signs for your party, Dr. Fassi, he has signed for...
I think what he's saying is that in specific terms, at state levels, people should also be held accountable for the action and inactions of their followers and members.
Sorry, are you suggesting that
it should percolate to that level?
Yeah, if President Buhari signed on behalf of the APC, he was not signing on behalf of the governorship candidates down the line?
Well,
it has to be...
You might think so,
okay.
But look at what is happening now. We've not even had the election. You have problem. You have crisis in Ogun State, in Delta State, in Imo State, in Rivers State, in Akwa Ibom State, and many of these things.
Yeah, in Zamfara.
And how many places can Buhari really get to?
So the signatory...
And don't forget, even in, I mean, look, for example, in Imo State, the governor has been to President Buhari how many times? In Ogun State, how many times? And have they been able to resolve the matter? Even in PDP, the same thing. In Ogun State, 2 candidates are contesting. They are not aspirants now, they are candidates, 2 candidates in PDP, and everywhere. So it is not out of place for the last caller to have said what he said.
Yeah. We take another call here, and so we say good morning to Comrade Okorafor again. Welcome, sir.
Yeah, good morning, Sir Jones. Good morning, our guest. Honestly, Sir Jones, you see, signing of peace agreement is not the answer. They use behavior and their attitude are major problems we are facing. I think this is the right time. National Orientation Agency should be more proactive now before serious campaign begins. Thank God, like in Edo State, you're just asking our guests, the man there. You see, in Edo State, as of 3 days ago, I saw them demonstrating, the lawyers, that no lawyer in Edo State should stand in for any kidnapper. At least it's a welcome development. Now, we have seen what is happening now. As well as strike, college of education and political strike. Now, these are the students that all the politicians should be using. So it is right now for the federal government to be more proactive now. Make sure that these students are engaged from January, February, when this election will begin, so that nobody will go to the university to hire them and go and cause confusion in any place. Thank you very much. I'll be present there in Lagos.
And Nigeria?
Honestly, when we talk about, you see, our statute books are replete with enough provisions. But the point is that we turn a blind eye to all these things. Thuggery is criminalized. We have the National Orientation Agency, like the last class said. But to what extent has that agency been effective in orientating and creating awareness, in behavioral change, in advocacy, and what have you? We don't see much of that. And even if are the people willing to listen, but then even if they are not willing to listen, let's be saying that they are doing their own job. And again, for example, I expected at the last presidential election, I was involved in with some of these television stations, analyzing all these things. There are some people who have been behind bars by now.
Yeah.
But because
But we're told, Dr. Fassi, in your vocation, that every felon is entitled to a defense.
Yes.
So lawyers...
Yes. So
he just told you about Edo State, where lawyers are
I don't know how that is going to work out, because we have a responsibility to defend
that's
any,
where the palaver is.
Person. Defending an accused person doesn't mean, disrupting or perhaps turning the law upside down. You may defend,
but pleading the guy's
case, but not using technicalities.
Good. This is
yes.
Technicalities have they have kept us where we are.
In the Supreme Court, there are a plethora of cases where the Supreme Court has said that, look, technicalities should no longer find a place in justice administration.
That's it.
In justice administration. Yeah. But unfortunately, somehow we still find technicalities playing some key roles in justice administration.
But in taking this home, I said from the top, we can go back there. When you sign a peace accord on a paper, and you don't sign it on your heart, it's all balderdash.
Yes.
So we can have as many as 100 signatories to a peace accord, and no effect.
Yes. All I'm saying, and all I'm pleading for, is that the Nigerian society must move away from gangsterism, from thuggery, and imbibe democracy the way it's practiced elsewhere.
Let's take possibly a last, not the least call. Comrade Ayo is here. Comrade, I greet you. Hello, comrade.
Hello, good morning, Hussein.
Yeah, let's go.
Good morning, Doc.
Good morning, sir.
Honestly speaking, I don't see the peace accord as a piece of paper. The candidates, from my own perspective, the candidates are not the problem. We've seen candidates meeting in parties, hugging themselves, drinking and whining together. But the problem is the supporters, the followers. Do you know some people can go to the extent of killing and causing another supporter because he supports a different candidate from theirs, even without even knowing the candidate, without even familiar with the candidate. That is the extent our politics is in Nigeria. Some people see politics as not as a game, they see it as a war. So they see that as they see other people supporting other candidates as enemies. So that is.
Okay.
Quick response to that.
Yeah, and,
yes.
And we take it home.
Yes.
Yeah.
The dictum in one of my professions, which is mass communication, is that you pays the piper dictates the tune. So the leaders of these talks should be held accountable. Somebody must have engaged them. So if they cannot control them, then they should be held accountable.
And Dr. Fassi, I can't wait to see the first supposed thug in the dock.
Yes.
You know.
And that's, I mean, it has not happened. It should happen. Because INEC is saying we have this problem, the law is there, but we are not the one to do the investigation. We are not the one to arrest, and not the arrest.
But they are right.
I mean, yeah. So a lot of buck passing, and until, as you said, we have some people being dogged.
Oh, yeah.
And perhaps they are able to say, look, my leader sent me. Then we will not get there.
Okay, then, let's draw it to a close here, but not before thanking Dr. Fassi Yusuf for coming. I have signed a peace pact with you.
Yes.
In my heart.
We don't have any problem with each other.
Good.
Yes.
So I hope it
percolates. We only appeal to our politicians.
So in our country, let's take it home now. In our country, there are many people who reason very well, and there are other folks who reason very badly. I hope there's anything we can do to them and for them besides praying, Dr. Fassi.
Well, see,
besides praying,
yes,
we must walk.
Walk the talk.
That's it.
Yes.
Pray and walk. I'm out of here. There's a program tomorrow. Thank you very much.